So how about an AGM? Because I see the AGM is like, if you look at it from a sporting analogy, it's like the test match for the year for that particular building.
Yep.
You know, it's the time when all the accounts are presented, the budget is to be signed off. You know, people get to have their say. Building manager does a report, you guys do a report. It's like the main part of the year, the test match, like I say. How have you found your preparation for those different from being a building manager?
Not as different as you would think, actually.
Yeah.
Quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in simple terms, it's important to be well prepared. I guess our preparation, our preparation does extend weeks and months before. There's sort of an official process of communication that leads into an AGM. There's a notice that goes out 3 weeks before, the agenda goes out 2 weeks before, then you have the actual meeting. So there's quite a process involved with various of our team that leads into that, and that's the hefty part of our job. Getting all that information out to everyone. And that's where the report writing comes in, and we we rip through the budgets. That can take some time, and I was told at one point that you can think of the role I have now as being centred around the AGM. That's the central part of a body corporate manager's life, and it all sort of flows from that. So often when you have to make changes at a complex, it will be at the AGM. You approve the annual budget, you place the insurance, you might change the body corporate rules, you often will discuss anything significant, and a lot of it flows from the AGM. Committee meetings are obviously key in that as well through the year.
Yep. Oh, look, we've all been to some interesting AGMs throughout our history. The 6-hour one for a building which will remain nameless is still the record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was 6 hours I'll never get back, and there were more lawyers in the room than owners. But yeah, mate, that was a shambles, that one. But anyway, the result came all right.
Yeah.
But so from that point of view, then you say that the AGM is like the key point for the year, the financial year, and whatever. How long does it actually take to get all that stuff ready? Because you've got certain times prior to the meeting, we've got to send out certain correspondence, right? So it all kind of starts. Is it a month before? Oh,
well, for me, probably 3 months before. And we've got I've got a schedule with something like, I don't know, eight dates for each building, and that would include, so you start, if it's a bigger building, well, actually for all the buildings, you start off by confirming the AGM date with the committee and or chairperson, maybe 3 months out. There's very important dates around insurance that we need to keep a close eye on, which are not always exactly aligned with the AGM. So there's insurance expiry dates. Very important that a building's not uninsured for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Don't get that wrong.
Yeah, and then if it's a big building, you've got your pre-AGM committee meeting. So we need to essentially prepare the budget and AGM and agenda prior to that. And then there's a fair few decisions and discussion at that pre-AGM committee meeting. And then you're into the notice of intention going out and the agenda going out. You've got to gather any agenda items that are sent in.
There used to be a box of beers back in the old days.
Oh, mate. I better go down the road. Couple of dozen. So especially big buildings, there's a little bit of a difference between big buildings and small buildings. The big buildings definitely, there's a lot more going on, and the committee, the good thing is the committee helped drive that a lot more. But there's quite a few, and so we're always looking at making, ticking off, okay, what's coming up.